Hey everyone, thanks for visiting my channel again today. I'm sorry I haven't posted any videos recently. I've been very busy with school and other life events. So, ew, there's bugs like all over my window for some reason. Anyways, so today I did this look. This is like a fall look, and it's using the new palette that I got. It's by Morphe brushes, which by the way, they're amazing. I definitely recommend them. Only issue was that it took a little while to get here, and I had some issues with shipping. I don't really know why, but I think it was because they were coming out with some other big palette that was really popular, so they were a little bit backed up. But other than that, the palettes are like a great value. Like you get 35 different colors, and I'll show you later like which ones I use for this. But I mean, look at that, like that's so many shadows. It's the way they do it is they have down here, like this is 35p, so that means that it's like 35 shadows in the plum colors, and then I have another one that's like 35b. I'm not sure why it's called B, but they're really like pop colors, like bright neon colors. I don't know, I just thought it looked cool and it was on sale, so I got it. But anyways, so I definitely recommend them. The colors are super pigmented and really soft. Like you can see like all the colors in here. I don't know, I just love them. They're really soft. At first I thought they were kind of hard, you know, like they weren't gonna come out well on my like on my different looks that I was doing. But I mean, when you use them on your brushes, it's just amazing. I can't say enough how amazing I think they are. Great price, great amount, definitely recommend them. Okay, moving on. So this look is like a fall look that I think anyone can do. You can substitute it for a different lip color. Later on in the video you'll see I'm using like a way darker lip, but I decided to switch and go to the more like subtle glossy kind of look that I have going on right now. This is called Secret Agent by Lorac Cosmetics. I love Lorac. They are one of my favorite brands. I've been using them for as long as I can remember, since I was a little girl. And my mom first bought me some of my makeup. So yeah, if you like this look, please keep watching, and thank you for visiting my channel. Please subscribe and share my video if you like it. Thank you. So I'm starting out using the NYX Pore Filler, as I just showed, and I kind of just put that in the area that I think I need it, which would be like right around my nose and under my eye area. Then I take my Naked Skin foundation. I'm using the shade 3.5 and 4. The 4 was a little too yellow, and then the 3.5 was a little too light, so I just decided to mix them together. I'm using my IT Cosmetics foundation brush, and I'll put all of my brushes that I use in this tutorial below. So I am just kind of going around, blending it out. As you can see, I really recommend blending it down across or down your neck. That way that it doesn't look like a big difference between your jawline and your neck. You don't want that, because then it just makes your face look a completely different color than your neck and looks funny. Then I'm using the Full Cover Makeup Forever concealer, and I'm putting that under my eyes. And like I always do, I kind of make it go in a triangle shape down my eye and along the side of my nose and up to my temple on both sides. And then once I'm done blending that out, I take a beauty blender just to make sure that everything kind of looks like airbrushed and blended out well, because sometimes using your finger isn't enough. It can kind of make it look a little cakey. So I like to use the beauty blender to really make everything just look flawless. Now I'm taking the Ben Nye banana powder, and I stuck it in a NYX like translucent powder container. But I'm taking a flat foundation brush and I'm putting that in my areas that I want to stay. And what I mean by stay is like under your eye area it can crease a lot, so I like to use that. Then I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in medium brown and my Sigma angled brush. And you really don't need a lot of product for this, so I kind of wipe off on the sides. And then because then that way it makes the brush very pointy so that I can, sorry, there was a bug there that I killed, and that's why I look like that. But I basically just go underneath my brow hairs and draw a line and then blend up. As you can see, I'm pushing up the product. So then I like to angle out the tail of my eyebrow. I also use the Brow Wiz in this. That one's also in medium brown. So I like to kind of go back and forth with both of them. The Dipbrow can be a little intense if you're kind of heavy-handed, but with the Brow Wiz, you can really like single out each hair and really like go a little lighter if you want with the pencil, whereas with the Dipbrow stuff you can end up having a very intense eyebrow, which happened to me the first time I used it because I wasn't expecting it. Once I finish my brows, and I dropped it, I set my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This stuff is awesome. I really like it. Sets your brows, keeps the hairs in place. Then I'm taking the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I got that one for free, like out of a makeup palette or something, so that's why I'm using it. I just go ahead and put on a primer every single time I do my eyeshadow. It really makes your eyeshadows stay and they don't move around. Then I'm using the Morphe Brushes palette that I just got. This is the 35P, and I'll show you which colors I'm using in this, but yeah, that's the Real Techniques brush. It's the flat all over shadow one. So the shadow that I'm using in this first part is like a very nude buffing kind of shadow. I like to lay that one down first before anything else because it gives me a really good base. So then I'm taking a big blending brush by IT Cosmetics, and like I said, I'll list everything below. And I'm taking like a purpley deep matte color and just blending that into my crease. Once I've blended everything out, I take my Sigma brush, my blending brush for in the crease, and I take like a deeper, more like purpley brown color to kind of just deepen in my crease. You don't have to do this, but I just like the way that it looks. If you really wanted, you could probably just stop there with just having the blended out purple on your crease. But I like to go a little bit further, and I want to keep this very simple, so it's not too complicated. And then I take the Real Techniques shading brush just to put the color under my eye or on my waterline area. I always like the way that this looks. but like I said, you don't have to do that if you don't want. But I just like to blend out the color that I had been using, that I blended in my crease on the lower lash line area. Then I'm taking a flat definer brush by Sigma, and I am going to go towards the inner corner of my lower lash line. Sorry, I'm out of the frame of video, or the camera, but I am just kind of pushing the color into that area with that brush. My Urban Decay all-nighter in black and running that along my waterline. I don't suggest doing this if you don't plan on wearing like a lot of mascara or like fake lashes. If you're gonna do this, and it can sometimes make your eyes look smaller, but when you're balancing it out with liner or heavier lashes, like thicker lashes, it looks good. But if you're just gonna be lining your waterline and not the top, it makes your eyes look smaller. So I don't suggest just doing liner on the bottoms of your eyes. You can always do liner only on the top, but never just on the bottom. So then I'm using the Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid liner. It's a little pen, you can see. And I'm just doing a simple liner across the top. I'm not going to be doing a wing in this. I just kind of gave it a little tiny flick at the end, as you can see. Next, I'm taking the Duo Lash Glue and my lashes that I'm going to be wearing. Those are by Eylure. I cannot remember which ones they are, but they basically are just shorter towards the inner corner of your eye, and then they get thicker and fan out at the ends. But I'm just putting a thin layer of glue on there, and I like to let them set for about 30 seconds to a minute. The tackier they are, the better. They go on a lot easier. And in that time, I usually put on my mascara on my lower lashes and a little bit on the top. So I apologize in this frame. You cannot see me putting on my lashes. I was dumb and did not move the camera so you could see, but in my previous video you can see how I put on my lashes. You basically just tack on the center and then I attach both ends. Sometimes you have to mess with it a little to adjust it properly, but just go slow and take your time, practice. Do whatever you need to do, but that's how I put mine on. There are other ways. You can use tweezers, which I sometimes use, and you can, I've seen other people use like a mirror and like put it down while they're putting them on. I don't know. There's all kinds of ways, you just gotta figure out which one works best for you. So next, I'm going to be contouring. I use the NYX Wonder Stick, and I just kind of hollow out the cheeks. I do my forehead, and then I do my jawline. And I will be blending all this out, and I will also be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. So I like to contour my nose just a little bit. I do the bottom part like you just saw, because I feel that sometimes the tip of my nose is longer than I want it to be. But what you can do with contouring is wherever the areas that you want to be shaded or sunken in, that's where you're contouring and putting that deep color. Where you're highlighting is the areas that you want to stick out. So the bridge of your nose, the apples of your cheeks, on your cheekbones, and like your chin. And then you could also highlight below the hollow so that it looks like that hollow is even deeper. But yeah, basically contouring in a nutshell is playing with light. That's what I like to think of it as. Then I'm taking the Anastasia contour kit, and I just like to blend everything out with a simple face brush. I think this one is like from Hello Kitty. I don't know. Someone gave it to me as a gift. So I just use that one because I like it. And I just blend everything out with one of the colors in the palette. Then I'm putting on my blush. This is a Smashbox blush. I want to say it's in the color Geranium, but I could be wrong. I will list it below though. I'm using my IT Cosmetics blush brush and just kind of blend that out. Then I'm taking the Smashbox highlighter that I have in my palette, which I will also list below, and just going across the areas that I mentioned before, you know, the areas that I want to highlight and stick out. And that's also using a Real Technique brush. Then I'm going to start lining my lips. That's the NYX Lip Liner. I ended up not liking the way that this lip looked, but I go ahead and go through and do everything, and my camera ended up like cutting off here. So you can see I line my lips completely after. But that's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Black Cherry Lip Gloss. I do like it. I just thought it was a little too intense for this look, so towards the end I took it off, and then what I have on at the beginning of the video is what I ended up wearing. So what I like to do when I'm wearing a bold lip is I like to go back with my concealer to just kind of make sure every line is very precise. You don't have to do this, but if you did make any mistakes, which I did, like I kind of overlined my lips a little too much on the top, you can take a concealer brush and your regular concealer and just go very, very close to your lips, and it really makes your lips pop. But like I said, you don't have to do that. I only do it sometimes, and I messed up a couple of times, and with a very dark lip that can happen. So you can go ahead and do that if you need to. Just make sure that you're blending out your concealer after.